Hello crafties, welcome to another video. My name is Infiniti and I am here again with another knitting tutorial. Today, as promised, I'm going to show you guys how to create the stockinette stitch. It is very simple and it uses, as most knitting does, or all knitting does, the standard purl and knit stitch. So if you know how to do those two stitches, you're going to be good to go for today. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so the basics on this stitch, I just completed a row of purling on this swatch the last time I recorded this. So what I'm going to do is start off with a row of the basic knit stitch just to keep following my pattern. And I know when I'm on the front side of my pattern I need to be knitting, and when I'm on the back side I need to be purling. So just going to go ahead and do that for you guys real quick. If you don't know how to do the garter stitch or basic knit stitch, go on back and check out that beginner knitting tutorial on my channel. As I mentioned in the last knitting video, the knit stitch is relatively easy, especially to those of us who learned crochet first. You can tension your yarn basically similarly to how you learned how to crochet. Those pesky purls, they slow us down though, but it's okay. Sometimes it's good to slow down. So if you guys have any questions regarding knitting or really any other craft that I do on my channel, let me know down in the comments below. And let me know what you're working on right now. What are you trying to knit? Alright, so I've done my row of knitting. Like I said, I like to scrunch up my stitches. I don't know why. It's probably not a good idea, but this is my life. And I'm just going to turn my work like so, so that I am at the back of my stitches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to knit my two. 1, 2. And basically the stockinette stitch is a 2-row repeat of knits and purls. So you knit 1 row, then you purl 1 row. So I'm going to go ahead and move my yarn to the front of my needle. I'm going to insert my working needle into the first stitch that's on my needle in my left hand. And I'm going to wrap my yarn. Slowly pull that back and pull up that loop. Slide that old stitch off. And I'm just going to purl. Taking my time. When I first started knitting, I hated purling, but then I realized that I was taught wrong, and I was not actually purling, which was like kind of frustrating. But nonetheless, I figured it out. I'm doing it the right way, and hopefully I'm saving somebody a headache. And don't mind the way that I'm holding my needle. I don't know why I hold my non-working needle like this when I purl. So for stability, the world may never know. Careful not to pull off your stitches there. Thankfully I didn't pull too hard. And we're almost there. Or at least I'm almost there. So if there's any questions about my gauge and my swatch that I'm using for my tutorial, I am using a Red Heart Super Saver. One of the stripes, I think it's Cool Stripe, no? Peppy Stripe? I'm not sure. It's one of the stripes. But I'm basically following the gauge on the label. And now that I'm at the end of my pearls, I'm just going to knit my two. And turn my work. So now that I've done those two rows, let's kind of cinch that. Now that I've done those two rows, you can see that I've built up a extra length of these little braided stitches, and as long as you keep alternating your knits and your pearls, you're going to end up with a lovely swatch just like the one that I have made here. Hopefully more uniform. Like I said, I started out down here with some garter stitches and I was alternating stuff and really wanting to see how this yarn worked up with knitting because I'd never done it with this yarn. Anywho, that brings us to the end of this video. I hope that it was helpful. If so, let me know. Leave me a comment down below. Go ahead, hit thumbs up on this video. It helps me out, it helps the video, it helps the channel, it helps it to be seen. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on weekly new content, and hit the notification bell so you know when I upload. Sometimes I drop videos in the middle of the week. You never know. Check out my other social media. I am on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, probably elsewhere. I can't think of it right now. Let's see. Check out the Ravelry shop. I have lots of free patterns and lots of paid patterns. Either way, I have patterns for you guys. And check out my Ko-fi page. Consider dropping a donation. It helps me to run the channel and keep providing you guys with the content that you love. So until next time, guys, happy making, and thanks for making it to the end of this video.